Hello, everybody. This is Are You Listening? Second podcast. Today I have with me two of my friends. They're both international students. One is Dmitry Yavnoli from Russia, actually, and another one is Mark Doyle from Scotland. And today we're just covering things like busing and housing and just some other simple things that I guess you might get into right off the bat, like once you are sure that you decided on Rutgers. So I guess first, we'll have everybody introduce yourselves. Mark. Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Mark Doyle. I'm from Scotland, and I'm a sophomore in Rutgers University, and it's been a great 2 years there. And we also have Dimitri. Hello everybody. My name is Dmitry Yavnoli, and I am freshman at Rutgers. This is my first year. It's been pretty good. I would say the only thing that I do not like about being in America is the fact that the drinking age is actually okay. Shut up, Dimitri, please. That's not really helpful information. Let's get into some Rutgers stuff. So housing, I'd say housing is the best thing to do about housing is to get on it early because the earlier you go, the higher the chance you have of actually getting like a decent place. Like as a freshman, you have like the lowest chance of like getting what you want. So if you turn it in like your housing application really early, um, there's a higher chance of you getting anywhere you want. Yeah, Mason, I totally agree with that one actually. So you have to put in your housing application early because my freshman year I didn't do it early and I actually got cooked dog when I put college out as my first one. But I realized the second year that I applied for it, I turned mine in about the day that it came out and I got exactly what I wanted immediately. So it's pretty great if you get on it immediately. But if you take your time and lollygag around like an idiot, you're not gonna get what you want. Thank you, Mark. That is helpful. Um, so you really want to get your housing in early, I would say, because it's just gonna help you out in the long run. Like luckily for me as a freshman and my other few friends that I made, they also got lucky in turning their housing applications in early. Like I put College Ave and I got Stonier, which is like a very decent dorm. Yes, I'm freshman and I put mine in like medium to late, and it was great and all, but I got Livingston when I wanted a Bush because I'm engineering things. So it was really tough to not get exactly what I wanted, but it's okay. In the end, Livingston's not bad. Good dining hall and other stuff like that. Thank you, Dimitri. That's actually pretty decent information. But yeah, housing, get it in as early as possible because you'll luck out. Yeah, get it in early as possible. That's gonna help you get exactly what you want. Okay, so now we're gonna cover busing. So right off the bat, busing is definitely I felt personally a little overwhelmed because I came from literally like a town where it was just like drive everywhere cars, and I wasn't like familiar like with like the busing system, and I know in other countries like Russia, Scotland. I'm pretty sure you guys lived in like villages, right? Yeah, no, I lived in a village called Glassborough in Scotland, and it was really tough because we just walked everywhere, so I wasn't sure what public transportation was like. So coming here was really scary, but they've got a really simple busing system, and you can really get around and do everything you want to do. So you just gotta pay attention in like the first week or so, get familiar with the buses and everything, and then you should figure it out yourself. It's really not that tough. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, Mark. It's not. I wouldn't say it's that hard, but if you don't like get on like because whatever campus you have, you're gonna have specific buses, and so um with like the specific buses to your campus, you definitely just want to like so for me, for example, sorry for getting all like jumpy around, but I had like a little paper cutout and it had like each bus on it and like which ones went from where to where, and that was really helpful. Yes, actually, for me, here's the thing for me. In Russia, the bus rides you. You don't ride the bus. So this was very confusing new thing for me when I moved to America. I didn't know that you could ride the bus. So it was pretty crazy. But one thing that is definitely crazy about these buses is how packed they get. It's insane. It's like a bar in Russia on a Tuesday night. It's absolutely crazy. You cannot sit anywhere. So you have to be proactive when you get the bus seat. Actually, yes, Dimitri, that's a very good point. So when you get on a bus in at Rutgers, if you have classes at around like 4 to 5, like that is the worst time because rush hour is crazy and it gets really congested. So what you want to do is, I think, you should just suck it up, because I know a lot of people complain that they get late to class because they take a bus, and I really think you just have to suck it up and go early, because you're at school for school. You're not there to just party. Partying is for the weekends, and your weekdays are for that grind. So you got to get on it. Right, either Mason. I totally agree with you on that one. You totally have to stay on the grind on the weekdays, because buses will always be packed, and you're gonna have an elbow on your eye and an elbow in your butt at the same time. So you really got to focus up. You got to get everything together, and you have to really go early. And it might be overwhelming in the first couple of days of school, but as long as you just pay attention, study your buses just a little bit. Just every once in a while, look at them, make sure. Even go around campuses, and it doesn't hurt nobody to just go around and check everything out. You got to do that, because that's very helpful. If you just walk around and you go check a lot of things out, that should really help you out. Yeah, Mark, definitely what you just said is spot on. I think the day that you go to school, maybe with like any friends that you've made early on, maybe your roommates also new and they don't have many friends, whatever, you just go around and check things out, because if you wait till the day you have classes to um check out like the campuses and like get familiar, you're gonna be freaking out and like overwhelmed. And depending on when you have classes, the buses will be packed and you'll just be freaked out. But if you just maybe go like an hour and a half early to the campus and just like eat there, that's definitely helpful. That'll definitely like make you feel comfortable and like just cool with the campus. Yeah, Mason, that's definitely what you want to do. I feel like we're both talking definitely spot on here. That's definitely what you want to do for busing. Um, and yeah, no, yeah, Mark, I think you're definitely good with that one. Yes, and friends, Mason. You have to talk about friends. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. So in the first couple of weeks of school, I feel like everybody is like kind of nervous about um friends and making them, and they don't know what to do. Um, I was definitely in a bit of a hole in the beginning. I didn't know like just where I wanted to make if I wanted to make friends, because I was just like I was in a relationship and all this crap. And yes, a relationship is definitely not a good idea. Shut up, Dimitri, please. But I feel like the best way to make friends is I had no idea, but I was just like ignoring the fact that people on my floor could be really good friends, and they turned out to be like probably my best friends of freshman year. Like we didn't really talk that much, but then a couple of people started like leaving their doors open every now and then, and I feel like that's a really like cool gesture to make friends. Just like pop your door open and like welcome people to just stop by, because then you guys can talk and like get familiar, and even if you're not like great friends, you could be like acquainted on the floor, and I feel like that's like a great thing. Yeah, Mason, that's definitely a wonderful thing to do. You definitely want to get acquainted with people on your floor, because you never know when you might need help. Like, say there's just always great opportunities. And definitely another way to make friends is the club fair in the beginning of the year. That is a great place to make friends, because I'm not sure exactly when that takes place, because, I just don't pay attention that much. But you definitely can make a lot of friends by just, going around the club fair and just doing what you like, because I personally like basket weaving, and I love to do a lot of knitting. Even don't make fun of me, because that it's just one of my favorite things to do. So what I think you should do is you should just go around, find what you like to do, join some clubs, and you can go to the introduction meetings, and they're very great. You can make friends, and if you don't like it, you never have to go again. You can just say screw you. You can never show up again. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my part. Yeah, yeah, that's really well spoken. So I guess today we covered housing, busing, and the club fair a little bit. And next time we'll cover anything else. And if anybody has questions, make sure to leave them in the comments. And thank you, Mark, for joining me, and Dimitri. It was really great having both of you guys like have your say on this podcast. And thank you very much. No problem, Mason. It's been really great talking with you this podcast, and I'm really helpful. No, sorry, we're really glad to be helpful for you, and I can't wait for the next one. Yes, Mason, this has been wonderful. Thank you for having me on here, and I cannot wait to be in the next one with you. Thank you. Have a good day. Goodbye, everybody. Dimitri, he said it well. We'll catch you guys in the next Are You Listening podcast. Goodbye.